Why don't you achieve your goals? What do you think is wrong? Would you like to achieve every goal that you set? Well, if it is a yes, just stay tuned because I'm going to show you how you can make goals work for you such that you start achieving them, and we are starting right now. Hey everyone, my name is Mobe. Welcome to another video from the Influencers Inc. Improving you daily for success. This is through the business education, inspiration, and motivation that you need every day. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how you can improve yourself, grow and maintain your business for steady growth, or other business related stuff, start now by subscribing, turn on the bell so that you are not left behind. Consider leaving a comment below if you really enjoy the video, and also you have another great way on how you can make goals work such that you inspire others. We are still continuing with the series of Unleash the Power of Goals, and this is episode number 4. If you missed the previous episodes, just check for the link in the description below. Today I want to show you the simplest and the best way to achieve goals and make them work for you. Without dreams and a vision, we perish. How true? But you know the opposite is also true. With dreams, we can be transformed into unique ways. In the previous video, I showed you how you can choose your goals and to start reaching them. Now, you will learn how to let your dreams mold you in every existence. First, you need to understand that once you have goals that really matter to you, you are no longer the same person. Real goals will affect everything that you do all day long, and they will be with you wherever you go. Your handshake, the manner of your dressing, the tone of your voice, the way you feel, all will change once you have goals. This is because when your goals really matter, everything you do becomes related to their accomplishment. To have your goals transform you, you must set them high. Set them high enough out of reach to cause you grow and stretch. Set them high enough to excite your imagination and to motivate you to action. But just as you must set them high enough to pull you, don't set them so far beyond to cause you lose heart before you begin. Let me share with you an intriguing thought. The real value of setting goals is not in their achievement. The acquisition of things that you really want is strictly secondary. The major reason of setting goals is to compel you to become the person it takes to achieve them. Let me explain this. What do you think is the greatest value of becoming a millionaire? Is it $1 million? I don't think so. The greatest value is in the skills, knowledge, discipline, leadership qualities you will develop in reaching that elevated status. It's the experience you will acquire in planning and developing strategies. It's the inner strength you will develop to have the courage, commitment, and the willpower to attract $1 million. Give $1 million to someone who doesn't possess a millionaire attitude. That person is most likely to lose it. But take away all the wealth from true millionaires, in no time, those people will have gained back and built their fortune. Why? This is because those who earn their status of millionaire develop the skills, knowledge, and experience to duplicate the process again to become millionaires. As you can see, when someone becomes a millionaire, the least useful thing is what they have. The most useful thing is what they learn. Here is a question you should spend time pondering. What kind of person will I have to become to get all that I want? In fact, why not write down a few thoughts in your notebook? Write down the kind of skills that you will need to develop. Write down the kind of knowledge that you need to gain. The answers that you will develop will become some new goals for personal growth. Always remember this rule. Income exceeds personal development. That's why you and me must object ourselves to self-examination. I often look at my life and ask, well, this is what I want, but am I willing to become the kind of person it will take? If I am too lazy, if I am not willing to learn, read, study, and grow to become the kind of person it takes, then I must not expect to attract what I want. Now, when faced with choices, I must decide to either change myself or to change what I want. Don't become overwhelmed if you want to make your goals work for you. When setting goals, especially for the very first time, it's very easy to become overwhelmed by the process. My advice to you is relax. If you don't feel like you are equipped to get what you want, remember this. Your ability will grow to match your dreams. This is the magic of goal setting. The more you work on your dreams, the more you work on your goals, the more new opportunities will present themselves to you, and inside each new opportunity will be a seed of solution to the previous seemingly unsolvable problem. So don't be afraid to get started. The journey will take you far beyond your wildest imagination. Many people are afraid to get going just because of their past failure and pain. They carry heavy burdens on their soul. Burdens, unless unloaded, will weigh them down forever. My friend, there is nothing you can do about the past. It's already gone and buried. But you can do a great deal about your future. You just don't have to be the person you were yesterday. You can make changes in your life, absolutely startling changes in a very short period of time. You can make changes you can't even conceive of right now, if you just give yourself half a chance. Your abilities will grow. You will draw from untapped potentials and talents that you never knew existed in you. And as time goes on, you will be able to draw from new reserves deep within your creative mind. Before you know it, you will be able to accomplish things that seemed impossible you could now handle. Your mind will give birth to new and creative ideas. Why are goals so powerful? How can they cause all things to happen? I don't know. I guess this question falls into a special category called the mystery of life. All I can tell you, it does work. Find out for yourself. Give yourself a chance to become all you can become and accomplish all you have to accomplish. You can make goals work for you by asking. There is a command in the Bible that teaches all you need to know to get what you want. This is what it says. Ask. That is it. Ask. Of all important skills you need to learn, make sure that you have this one down. What does ask mean? Ask means request for what you want, and the complete formula is really staggering. It says, ask and you shall receive. I think we better look into this. First, asking starts the process of receiving. Asking is like pushing a button that unleashes incredible machinery, both intellectual and emotional. As I said before, I don't know how and why it works, but all I do know, it works. There is a lot of things that work them out. Some people never get started just because they are studying the roots. Then others choose to pick the fruit while they study the roots. It all depends on which end you want to start with. I recommend you to start asking. Second, receiving. The other part of the formula is not a problem. You don't have to work on receiving, it's just automatic. So if receiving is not difficult, what's the problem? It's failing to ask. Third, receiving is like an ocean. There is plenty. This is especially true in the world. It's like an ocean here. Success isn't in short of supply. It's not rationed so that when your turn comes, it's already given away. No. If this is true, what's the problem? The problem is most people go to the ocean of opportunities with a teaspoon. Hope you get the picture. A teaspoon in a view of an ocean. May I suggest that you trade away your teaspoon for something bigger? How about a pile? It may not be the best, but at least kids won't make fun of you. Here are two more thoughts about asking. First, ask with intelligence. The Bible may not say ask intelligently, but I have no doubt this is what is meant. So don't marvel. You won't get anything by marbling. Be clear, be specific. Asking intelligently includes asking how high, how long, how much, when, what size, what model. Well-defined goals are like magnets. The better you chisel them, the stronger they pull you. Second, ask with faith. Faith is like the child part. It means believe that you can get all that you want. Believe as a child believes. Believe without skepticism and cynicism of the adult in you. Children think they can do anything. They want to know about everything. How wonderful. They had to go to bed at night and can't wait to jump out of the bed in the morning. Children can ask 1,000 questions, and when you think that you are ready to climb the wall, they will ask 1,000 more. They will drive you to the brink. But of course, their curiosity is really vital. When you kindle your own childlike sense of curious enthusiasm, you will become. You can make your goals work for you after setting them and managing your time effectively. Time management is a popular topic nowadays. All kinds of videos, tapes, and seminars are offered to a public that is hungry about the information on how to use time more productively. How about you? Would you like to become a better time manager? Then you need to understand this. Unless you have goals, it's impossible to manage your time effectively. Productivity is a result of well-defined objectives. The allocation of time isn't critical if objectives are not firmly and vividly planted in the mind. It's simple. This is one of the major reasons why writing down goals on paper is so important. You can also make your goals work for you by understanding priorities. One of the difficulties we face in our age is the fact that you have lost the sense of seasons. Unlike farmers, whose priorities change with seasons, we have become impervious to the natural rhythm of life. As a result, we have our priorities out of balance. Let me illustrate what I mean here. For farmers, spring is the most active time. It is then that he must work around the clock, up before the sun and still toiling at the stroke of midnight. He must keep his equipment running at full capacity because he has a very small window to plant his crops. Then winter comes, there is less for him to do and to keep him busy. There is a lesson here. Learn how to use the seasons of your life. Learn when to pour it out, decide when to take advantage and when to let things ride. It's very easy to keep going from 9 to 5 years in and year out and lose another seemingly endless parade of tasks and responsibility. Keep your eye on your own seasons. Don't lose sight of value and substance. The important part in setting priorities is learning how to separate minors of your life from the majors. Here is a very good question to ask yourself whenever you have to make a decision. Is this major or minor? By asking this always with your goal in mind, you will reduce the risk of spending major time on minor projects. In sales, we are taught that there exists only one major time, and that's the time we spend in the presence of a prospect. Any time spent on the way to the prospect, no matter how essential, is minor time. Too many salespeople spend time on the way to than within, and their income always reflects this. That's why in sales we teach, don't go across the town until you have gone across the street. The major and minor concept has another application. It also says, don't spend minor time on major things. It's very easy to get all values mixed up. A parent spends 3 hours watching television and only 10 minutes playing with the children. A manager spends most of the day filling out forms and very little time encouraging employees. These are people who have lost the sense of what is important and what's trivial. This same concept also applies on money. Don't spend major money on minor things and don't spend minor money on major things. Some people spend a fortune on food for their bodies and very little for food for their mind. Don't spend more on candy than on inspiration books and tapes. That would be foolish, right? The best use of time and money comes from putting maximum value in it. It's called careful investment for maximum results. You can still make goals work for you by mastering concentration. Any professional athlete can tell you about the horrible cost of lack of concentration. Just a momentary slip of concentration and they put you by 1 feet, and there goes the first place and the big money. Don't let this happen to you. Put maximum concentration in everything that you do. Whenever you are writing, concentrate. Whenever you are trying to solve a problem, concentrate. Whenever you are having a conversation, concentrate. Having conversation, that's very right. Just concentrate. You can't believe the effect this will have on your life. Naturally, there is a time to put aside and let your mind wander. But do this at the period you have set aside specifically for doing that. Here is the last point to consider. Even with the most careful thoughts, without a plan of action, you won't get everything that you want. I know. How can I possibly say this after spending so much time showing you on how you can get everything that you want? My friend, I am speaking from both sides of my mouth. Why won't you get everything that you want? Because, my friend, it's not that kind of world. Sometimes it will hail on your crops and rain on your parades, you say. Perhaps not, but because you and I were not consulted in the initial planning where we have to accept the way it is. However, there is so much plenty of good news too. If you work out the system that I've just shared with you, you will get much more plenty. More often than not, you will get what you want. Goals. There is no telling what you can do when you get inspired by them. There is no telling what you can do when you get to believe in them. There is no telling what can happen when you start acting upon them. Just try the system for 90 days. Just trying the system that I've just showed you will even work better for you than it has worked for me. I wish that for you. Thanks for making it to this stage. This shows that you're serious about your life. We are still continuing with the series of Unleash the Power of Goals. Just enjoy it and put everything that you learn into practice. I promise you won't be disappointed because this is one of the greatest strategies of achieving wealth and happiness in life. This video is a special dedication to one of the greatest philosophers in the world, that's Jim Rohn, who left us some time back, but his words and wisdom still cherish the world and inspire a lot of people to reach their success. Thanks to Jim Rohn. I believe this has been a great sharing with you. If you really enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, turn on the bell such that you are the very first person to be notified when new videos pop. Leave a comment below if you have any concern and also to inspire others. Send me a DM on Instagram at the Influencers Inc. in case you have a special concern about business that you want me to handle. Be sure that I'll get in touch with you. Thanks for watching. Let's meet again next time. Make sure you subscribe for more related content.